consistently. That's basically what Jalen is saying, and many people have the same concerns about him, and I know I do too.
You never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine. All the people ain't happy, and the river has run dry. You thought you could go free, but the system is done for. If you listen real closely, there's a knock at your front door. You'll never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the water. Admit you were toxic. You poisoned me just for another dollar in your pocket. Now I am the violence, I am the sickness. Won't accept your silence, beg me for forgiveness. We'll never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed, your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the water.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go, baby. We are here. We are live. Blindsided Sports. We're talking Buffalo Bills. Let's go. Let's go. I see my guys are already here. We got Sean. We got Garrett. We're out here grinding. We got a lot to talk about, guys. I mean, always so much to talk about when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. Ever since we started talking and doing these live shows and breaking down stuff, I get lit. Every time I hear anything about the Bills, I'm like, okay, let's go. So we're gonna start off with the rumors. We're gonna start off with some of the stuff that we've heard, that's been going on here. What's up, Corey, my guy? Some of our faves. Sheffy's in the building. Let's go. Hey guys, if you don't mind, give this thing a like, comment. Let's go, hang out. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you think the Bills got going on. And if you don't mind, shoot this thing a share. Give this video a share. Let the Bills Mafia know we're here and we're talking Bills tonight. It's a great night to talk about the Bills, baby. We still got some money in free agency. We got the draft coming up in a few weeks, a little bit more than a few weeks, but it's right around the corner. And the Bills are in the fucking rumor mill, like always. Like always. I'm hearing Jadeveon Clowney. I keep hearing more and more and more about Jadeveon Clowney. So let me know what you guys are hearing. I'm reading your comments. We mixed some things up. I got a little bit better view. I got another screen here so I can see the comments and whatnot. So let me know what you guys got on your mind. But we're going to start with some rumors. We're going to start with some news stories. And I got to start with my guys here. OBJ and Antonio Brown. Guys, John, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. I missed you, bud. Gettleman came out with the Giants and said that he contacted the Bills about OBJ. He said it was the only team he called. That when they wanted a wheel and deal with OBJ, they were looking to pick up some picks, looking to get some good trade value out of him. The fucking Bills were on the line. Oh, my God. Can you guys believe that in a matter of 2 weeks, we were in serious trade talks? Because I'm sure, OBJ gets brought up from the team's GM saying, hey, we're looking to trade. We know you guys need a wideout. What you got? So it was serious trade talks, I'm sure. OBJ and Antonio Brown within 2 weeks, and the Bills didn't snag either one of them. Oh, my God, we're going to drink to that. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? Chris Lincoln, Cloudy, are you on drugs? John says I would have dealt the picks. Hey, both of you guys. Chris, okay, I'm not on drugs. Not even a little bit. But I wish I was right now, to be honest with you, but I am not. It's a stretch. It's a reach. But the Texans franchise tagged him, right? He hasn't signed it yet. Cloudy hasn't signed it yet. He's in his last year of his contract. He's going to make $15 million this year. And he's a guy that's going to test the free agency market, right? After this year's up, whether he plays or not, that's another thing. The Texans don't know if he's going to play. All these guys, they're like, okay, it's my last year. I want my money. I want to get that extended contract or I'm going to sit because they're not going to risk getting hurt, right? So, sorry, I'm just reading the comments here. So back to Cloudy. It's viable because the Texans aren't going to want him to sit out a whole year. They're going to want to get some trade value before he hits a free agency market, and the Bills still have some cap space. Okay, we got $33 million right now. They got to save $10 million for the draft. They save $5 to $10 million for, for the year in case surprises come up, whatnot. They got to make surprise sightings and whatnot. So with that being said, there's still enough money to get Cloudy in on a trade and assign him to an extension. They could backload it. You know what I mean? They could have not so much cap come off this year and more as the years go on. It's not crazy. It's not crazy to think about, especially in the league we're in right now with what happened with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. It's not crazy. All right, here we go. What do we got? Chefy said I already did. Thank you, Chef. Let's go. John said I heard Bean said he didn't want to move draft picks for OBJ. I get it. Especially after he said something like, especially after he said that he doesn't think a team has to have a number one wide receiver, and that's a huge thing right now for the Bills. If they come out this year and they look pretty good. They say they have a 10-6 or 11-5 year with the receivers that we do have, and it doesn't look like we're missing that guy. It's okay. Everything's okay. But they come out and they start out slow or they have a rough year, and we're clearly missing that wide receiver. We're missing that number one guy, and we passed on OBJ and Antonio Brown deals. That Antonio Brown deal, they gave up a third and a fifth. And they had to pay him some money, obviously, but, man, to say that if we're missing out on a number one guy this year and to say that we passed up on OBJ and Antonio Brown, oh my God, that's Bean's ass. I love the man. We all know this. I love Bean. Like he's my fucking uncle. Brandon, you're my guy. But boy, that's scary stuff. Sheffy, wish we would have got one of them. What about a power move? Big time power move. I mean, look at what fucking Dorsey's doing. Dorsey is a legend in Cleveland now. They're selling Dorsey fucking bobbleheads in Cleveland. Oh my God. If Brandon Bean trades for, especially OBJ, because OBJ, yeah, you know, he's kind of a prima donna too, but I feel like he's a little, it's a toss-up actually. They're both kind of drama, but they also obviously can ball too. So if they would have traded for either one of those guys, oh my God, Buffalo would have lost their shit. Eric, thanks for sharing. Welch, what's up, man? Let's go. Corey says OBJ would have been nice, but I don't think Brown would fit. You know, the more I think about it, I've talked a lot of shit about it, especially because my buddy Ron's a Raiders fan. So, Ron, kiss my ass, man. But the more I think about it, I mean, think about all the time that Brown put in Pittsburgh. Pretty much drama-free. It was at the end of his contract, not the end of his contract, but these last couple years where, you know, he started wanting some changes, and you hear these stories about
the same concerns about him.
You hear the stories about the last Super Bowl champions.
Colt,
thanks for the share, baby.
Everybody was pretty balanced.
About the problems with Big Ben.
It's like,
but, you know, you want to shine on one side.
You don't want to
shit on the guy too much. There's
like,
no doubt about that.
I kind of
want to have
where he's coming from.
Either an unstoppable offense
at the end of the day, shut down defense.
Ron sucks, Eric.
Let's be honest. To win the Super Bowl, you have to have
Ron, you suck, man. Kiss my ass.
Every team every year has the shutdown.
I'm
just kidding, man.
The team that wins the Super Bowl
shuts the offense down.
But at the end of the day, OBJ, Antonio Brown, not having both of these guys live shows with you guys back then, because I would have loved to talk with you guys about it.
Those wideouts,
but
everybody says there's no doubt.
It's not too devastating, but if they
boom,
if Josh really struggle, if we have any kind of the same problems as they had last year,
fucker. I shouldn't. I can't be swearing.
Look for Bean's ass to be on the fucking on the hot seat
between you guys and
me.
I don't
power
want any
moves.
of these other
Power.
motherfuckers to know.
Oh yeah,
like
bring
these
power
Buffalo
headaches.
fanatics and shit.
Stick to above average role players and stick to
I
the
just
game
got off the
plan.
phone with the Buffalo Bills today.
Chef, you ever want to throw credentials, baby?
Yeah, well,
let's be honest, Ben doesn't have the cleanest fucking rep around here, so hopefully the young guys perform right. I keep reading articles, Bills articles. I mean, Pro Football Focus, my guys, saying, you know, and ESPN, CBS, I'm seeing that the Bills made the best moves. The Bills had the best financially smart, you know, bang for your buck free agency moves this year. I tend to agree, but obviously I'm fucking biased, so I like it. I like it. Let's see. Eric, but later AB is nice. Good for them. Yeah, right. Absolutely. All right, let's move on. Well, we're still, I mean, going from we've been talking about OBJ and Antonio Brown here. Let's talk a little bit more about Clowney. Let's talk about how sick it would be if we landed this guy. I mean, I know you guys, some of you guys out there are saying there's not a chance, we don't have a shot, but we already broke it down. The hypotheticals are there. I mean, it's not unrealistic. And if you put Clowney on our defense this year, and we were already a top 10 defense last year and everything. You know, rush defense was a little stagnant here and there. But if you put Clowney opposite of Jerry Hughes, you know, hopefully Dirty Harry can fill some spots this year. Star Latulippe can play not like an idiot. I don't know. I'd be super, super excited about it. I mean, you add another cornerstone to an already stacked defense. That just tightens shit up even more. And we're obviously, I mean, we need a little bit of help on the D-line. And we also need some help at linebacker. So, I don't know. The thought of Clowney coming to Buffalo, again, I'm going to fucking say it. I got a boner. I'm picturing him in red, white, and blue. You know, a different color blue. And I'm fucking sprouting over here. Thank God for this desk. This nice, shiny black desk. Let's go. Chris Lincoln, everyone's saying the Jets are going to be number 2 in the East this year. I don't see it. I don't understand that at all. Their O-line has taken some hits. You know, they got Le'Veon Bell. But, I mean, a big part of Bell's success was fucking Pittsburgh's O-line. We've seen how nasty Pittsburgh's O-line is. They give Ben time. They have Connor fucking be a stud. I think you could put my boy Ron back there, and he would say the same thing. that he would shine too. So I don't see it either. Guys, thanks for sharing. I keep getting notifications here on my phone. This person's sharing. I appreciate it. For you new guys, people that just joined, if you don't mind throwing a share out for us, we're trying to get some Bills Mafia in this bitch. Joining that blindsided squad. All right. Over the top, our defense was already great. From John, right. Chris, come on, man. I heard the same story with Mario Williams. And Mario was a little bit different. And it's a different culture, different team. It's actually a lot different. Mario already had a bad reputation. Clowney's a savage. We know that Clowney's a savage. You sign this guy and then you give him a fat extension, he's just going to ball. We know that about Clowney. He's a monster. And he's younger than Mario. I believe he's at least a couple years younger than Mario when Mario came here. And Williams did have a solid year or two. That was a fuck-up, though. That was a fuck-up. Sheffield makes great defense elite. Absolutely. Spend the money on offense. Chris, that's what we're doing. I mean, we fucking signed, I think it was 87 offensive linemen. So we're and not to mention Cole Beasley, John Brown, Tyler Croft. We're spending the money on offense. Welsh says we need Clowney. Let's go, man. I'd be so pumped. Who do we want with the 9th pick in the draft? I want Josh Allen out of Kentucky. We need an edge rusher. Garrett. We're going to talk about the draft. We got a bunch of shit to talk about in the draft. We're going to get into that shortly here. John says, go Ron. Welsh says, add Oliver at number 9. Okay, I think it's time we start diving into the draft here. Hey, let's go fucking Clowney. Let's get him. Bean, I know you watch the show. I know you're a huge fan. I know you want to come on and all that shit. I'm doing my best to get you on. There's a lot of moves to be made. You know, the priorities. I'm going to get you on. Bean and McDermott. I'm going to get you guys on. But listen to me. Go get Clowney. Let's make it move. Drop back. Trade draft picks with Houston and trade next year's 2 for fucking Clowney. Give him that fat contract and let's have this defense fucking ball like the 2000 Ravens. Let's go. Moving on. Let's go to this draft, boys. Let's go to this draft. I'm terrified. I got to know what you guys are thinking on this thing. Because I keep trying to think about what I think we should do and what we're going to do. And the only thing I can wrap my mind around, the only thing I can think that we're actually going to do is trade back. That pick at 9 is so scary. And I think that there's so much depth in this draft in the late first, into the second, into the third. The amount of old linemen that they're projecting to go into the third round, I mean, like the top guys. Ron Reese is hosting a watch party. Yes. Ron A, I just got an update on my phone. Ron's hosting a watch party. Let's go. Oh, man, Ron, I hope you've been watching, man. We've been talking you up. I just told everybody, and there's the last live video we did, we got like 2,500 views, 2,500 views. And I just told all of our fucking viewers that you would be a stud running back in Pittsburgh and you'd make it to Hollywood for American Idol. But moving on, I think we got to trade. Here we go. Who we got here? Ron's here. Sup, kid? Yeah. I think we got to trade back. But let's talk about some of the obvious things here. Let's talk about some of the obvious guys. I think the one guy everybody is fucking ecstatic about, everybody's talking about. I see it all over Bills forums, and we got to draft this guy. I was listening to the John Murphy show. John Murphy, by the way, I love you. I know you tune in too. You're one of our biggest fans. You're too much of a homer. It's too corny, man. Keep following the show. I'll give you some tips. We're going to talk about our guy here. Everybody's lit on DK Metcalf. I'm going to pop up his highlights here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Metcalf? It's probably going to be split, but I would be terrified. I would be beyond scared if we drafted Metcalf because he might be a combine freak where he put on a show, but he just doesn't have the juice. His route wheel is weak. All he's got is that deep route, but thinking about him hitting that deep route, I got a boner again, guys. I'm lit. I'm sprouted. I'm sprout right now. Oh, man. Sorry, Zach. No, nothing major happened. We were just talking hypotheticals. Guys, let me know what you think about DK Metcalf, because I don't know. Watch his highlights here. You watch just the highlight clips, and it's like, God damn, he's a savage. He's a man amongst boys. 6'3", 228, ran a 4. Everybody knows he ran a 4.33 40. I love the man. But, again, if we drafted him, I would be horrified. You got Bud Light to sponsor you. Hey, yes, we did. Guys, it's official. I want to make it official. I think that this is definitely, like, illegal, but fuck it. All of these videos are going to get taken down. Bud Light is the official sponsor of Blindsided Sports with the Buffalo Bills. If you get fucking thirsty, watching, hanging out, doing a watch party with Ron Bass, grab a Bud Light, sip it, hang out. Let's talk Bills. Let's go. Here we go. Paul Somerville, give Robert Foster a chance. Guy turned it up last few games. Paul in this bitch. Let's go. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Robert Foster. I think he's got a ton of potential, and with Allen's arm, he could be a 2. He could definitely be a 2. I got a stat to pull up from Pro Football Focus today. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit later. We're gonna talk about Zay Jones. We're gonna talk about the wide receivers. We're gonna get into it. But I'm not down on Robert Foster. I nothing but potential. For sure illegal, Eric said. highly suable. Sim said. Yeah. You can't draft a guy in the first round just because of his 40 time. Sheffy said. And I agree. But he's got more than just a 40 time. I mean, look at the man. Look at that catch. You put this man in the corner end zone and you float a ball up to him. What's going to happen? He's going to fucking come down with it. He's a savage. We've seen the pictures. I wish I had the picture of him looking like a fucking bodybuilder. He's got the juice. The problem is his agility, his agility and his route tree. It's weak. It's weak shit. But again, you put him on the outside. You say fucking go, DK, go, and Allen throws the ball 95 yards to him. Nothing matters. We got Welch here. Don't be the laughing stock of this draft. He's not a 9th overall. Bulk up on the D-line. It needs some attention at Oliver. And give Clowney what he wants. DK is a physical freak nature. You don't pass on those guys. See, look, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to be split down the middle. Guys were going to be fucking split. I feel the same way. If we took DK at 9, I would be terrified but excited. And if we traded back, I'd be happy. I would feel comfortable with trading back. But Bean's the kind of guy, man. He's like, I don't know. He's the kind of guy that's going to make moves. So, and another guy, like, who, I think Welch just said it. Who just said it? Somebody said take Oliver. I got some highlights from Oliver here. He's a guy that I'm seeing on a ton of mock drafts. A ton of mock drafts have Oliver going at 9 to us. Bud Light, guys. Official sponsor. Jesus Christ. Highly suable, my tech guy says. Whew. I don't know. Oliver's a freak, too. He's a savage for a D lineman. For an interior D lineman, he has the juice, but he's a little bit undersized. And I was watching some clips of him and whatnot, and they say he lands on his ass a lot. His balance is a little off, et cetera, et cetera. Once you dive into those technique issues and the fundamentals, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I could sit here and act like I do, but I don't. I do know that he was projected to be a top 5 pick for a long-ass time, and you know, that doesn't happen out of nowhere. And you know, he doesn't go to a major college, so we need help at the D tackle. We need help interior. What I'm hearing is we may move Shaq Lawson to the inside, and that's where they say he'll play his best. They say that he'll be a better interior lineman than he is on the outside. He's a better hole filler or whatnot than an edge rusher. So you move Shaq over, you have Dirty Harry in there, and then you take an edge guy. I don't know. I don't know. The sweats and of this draft are too good. I think if you're gonna take a pick at 9, I think you have to go. I think you have to go D end. Oliver's another guy, man. His highlights look nasty, but I don't know. With the things that they were saying are his downside are a little bit scary to me. Who we got here? Jason Smith. Let's go Buffalo from Western Canada. I think that's a Canadian flag. Let's go. Zach says, back in the day, the Vikings had a play just called Randy Go Get It. Dante Culpepper just tried to overthrow Moss. Do the same thing with DK. And I hear you. He's not. I don't think he's as tall as Moss and as lanky. He probably doesn't have the same vertical either. But DK stretching the field out is exciting. Although we do have officially 3 guys that can stretch the fucking field out. What do we got? Ronnie Bass, he's here. Guys, the man, the myth, the legend, Ron is here. DK is a stud. Reminds me of T.O. with some of the dumb drops and crazy athletic ability. Hollywood Brown is my favorite wide receiver this year, though. Either would be hits for the Bills. Man, the problem with Marquise Brown is his size. He's fucking injured right now. Hashtag get Moss from the fucking Vikings fan that I was ranting about last show. Yeah, but Marquise Brown, he's so small. He's like what? He's like 5'9", $165, $170. That's terrifying. Man, to spend a second-round pick, because they're saying he's going to go early second. To spend a second-round pick on him, that's like, we already got some speed. We already got small, fast guys, you know. Foster's not small, but John Brown's kind of that same kind of player. I don't see the Bills going after Marquise Brown now that they have John Brown. Let me know what you think, though, Ron. Let me know if you disagree with me. Zach says, I wouldn't be unhappy with a defensive pick. It's hard to be. It would be hard to be in this draft. There's so much fucking depth in this draft at defense that taking a guy up there or even trading back and getting a couple picks in the first, second, or third round would be massive. DK's vertical was 40. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sheffy says trade down. Totally agree. Another guy they're talking about taking is Juwan Taylor, another old lineman. I got some things here. I got some highlights of him here. I don't know anything about fucking offensive linemen. I don't know if they're any good. I don't know how it goes. So it's like you cross your fingers and you hope that they hit. Unless one of you guys is a fucking old lineman stud and you can break down some shit for me and tell me what makes an old lineman great compared to what not, you should be a fucking general manager then. We need O-line help. These guys that we're signing, they're only going to do so much. They're older, like Naseki there, he's older. Wyatt Teller's going to develop. We're going to have some things hit here and there, but we need a young old lineman. Whether that comes in the first round, the third round, well, I don't know. But if this guy, everything I'm hearing is saying that Taylor's the stud. Taylor's the stud old lineman of this draft. I hear Jonah Williams too, but more so than Williams is Taylor. So he's another option for the Bills. We'll see. What are you guys thinking? A lot of teams want to move up this year, says Sheffy. That would be fucking sick. That is absolutely ideal for the Bills, is to have 3 teams that want to trade up to that spot. It all depends. It all depends on the quarterback situation, who's still left, and there's so many variables. That's why I love draft night. It's fucking incredible. It's just, well, I'm going to go live, guys. I'm going to be doing Buffalo Bills, Blindsided Sports. We're going to be live for the draft. I'm going to be sitting right fucking here with a big TV going, and you guys, I want to watch the draft with you guys. It's going to be fucking insane. I love it, but I mean, we'll see. Here's my guy. I want to get into my guy. This is the guy I'm a big fan of, and I'm seeing him slide quite a bit in the mock drafts. But to especially if we're going to trade back, draft a defensive player, whatever. Here's the wide receiver that I want to go for. It's my guy right here. Fucking, we just pull it up. Hakeem Butler. Man, you watch his clips here. You see he's got decent speed. I think he ran a 4.48. I want to say. So he's got good speed for being 6'5". He's DK Metcalf with a little bit better agility. You know, he doesn't have quite the explosiveness that Metcalf has, obviously, but I was watching these clips earlier and also seeing that he's been working with Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson. Let me know what you guys think of Hakeem Butler. Trading back. Hi, Mom. My mom's watching. Hey, Mom, take the time, share this video. I want you to put up a nice post on your Facebook saying, this is my favorite son. Tune in. He's the best commentary on the Bills in the world. Throw it up there, Sand. Rashawn Gary. He's another one, Welch. I'd be pumped. There's too many defensive guys up there. I'll try to be here. John, let's go. This draft is loaded with defense. It's Chef, you're spot on. Best available player, Zach. Mitch Morris is going to be anchor that line. Get them all on the same page. A good center is so critical. Yeah, absolutely. You put in Mitch Morris and you like a couple of these guys hit. Naseki hits and Deion Dawkins shines. Okay, those three guys, you can put Wyatt Teller in at guard, and you can put him in even Feliciano, and they're gonna play well because they got the three. It's all about continuity. It's all about chemistry. Ooh, excuse me. So you play three guys. You got three guys that know what the hell they're doing, and they're studs. They're playing great offensive line football. They can pick up the slack. The chemistry can take over. Sand, what do you mean you can't do that? Mom, what's going on? All these guys, I got 1 million shares already, Mom. What the fuck, Mom? This man has some mittens for sure. Yeah, Butler, he's a stud. You just have to be good on the one side. That's the key. I don't know, Chef. I think you want to be pretty balanced. I mean, look at the last Super Bowl champions. Everybody was pretty balanced. But you want to shine on one side, that's for sure. That's absolutely, there's no doubt about that. You want to have either an unstoppable offense or a shutdown defense. And let's be honest, to win a Super Bowl, you have to have that shutdown D. Every team every year has the shutdown D. The team that wins a Super Bowl shuts the offense down. Look at what the Patriots did to the Rams this year. Unbelievable. I wish I was doing these live shows with you guys back then because I would have loved to talk with you guys about it. But everybody says that was a terrible Super Bowl. But I thought it was one of the most fascinating Super Bowls I've ever seen. Seeing Belichick game plan for Sean McVay and that disgusting offense and just make them look like a pee-wee football team. I hate the Patriots as much as the next guy. But what they did was incredible. Brady was irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. That was impressive. Wow. Sandy. Holy shit. Guys, breaking news here. Blindsided Sports with the Buffalo Bills. My mom just commented, I can't say you're my favorite. I have one other brother. There's two of us. And my mom just posted on a public forum, I can't say you're my favorite. Okay. Moving on. Jesus fucking Christ, Sandy, you're a savage. Zach, I haven't seen enough of Butler. Those highlights are killer. Dude, they get me excited. I'm going to cut them off as you say that, though. Ron, Bills go offense if they stay at 9, I think. Not a fan of Gary. Actually, like Brian Burns way more. His get off is unreal. Brian Burns is a guy that's underrated. He's flying under the radar. John, I love this year's Super Bowl chess match. Absolutely. It was so much fun to watch. Everybody shit on it, but I loved it. Even more draft talk. Ron, I know you're a fucking Raiders fan, but you're going to love this shit, man. Another guy that they're talking, Bills are saying, or guys are saying the Bills might take, and especially if they trade back. I don't know if you could take them at the 9, maybe trade backs at 15 to 20 and snag them in that little range there. But to go hand in hand with Brian Dable's offense, that's what it is Dable loves tight ends. Loves them. I heard that he would have 5 tight ends if he could on the roster. So, which is terrible because Charles Clay was dog shit last year, and Kroom, he's showing potential, but he's still he's a project. So now that we have Croft, they're saying that they still might take a tight end in the first round. So let's watch. Let's see what's going on with our boy Hawkinson here. TJ Hawkinson from Iowa. He's got some sick tape. That's the problem with these. That's the problem with the draft is everybody's got sick tape. Zach, Patriots Super Bowls are won by their defense. Brady, first three had Hall of Fame guys on defense. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody on the D should have got MVP. Totally. Who did get MVP for that game? Edelman. Clay could never live up to his contract. No, he couldn't, and he never had a quarterback that could make him play up to his contract. Really, I mean, Tyrod used them sparingly, used them here and there, but that first year, and you knew. I mean, they said there was a big report that came out that he had knee issues going into that signing with Buffalo, and it was like, nah, he'll be all right. And then he slowly slows down on the field. Every time he gets tackled, he kind of slow to get up, becoming more and more irrelevant. It sucked, but it is what it is. There's bad signings, and Doug Whaley did a fucking shit ton of them. Guys, real quick here, please, if you don't mind, give this thing a share. Hey, what are you guys who's on like a bunch of Bills pages? If you guys could share this post to the Bills pages, like Bills Mafia and shit like that. I apparently, Facebook restricted my ass because I was doing it so much. So if one of you guys that's a fan of those pages, you could hit click, share, and then you could share it to a group. So give that a try. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys commenting. I'm going to start doing this shit weekly. I'm going to start doing this shit at least every Monday night, because I'm loving hanging out with you guys. I'm loving shooting the shit. This is too much fun for me. So let's keep rolling here. Zach, T-Mobile in San Diego. Oh my God, can you believe that? Anthony Lynn signing Tyrod. Sheffy, I appreciate that, man. I like it. Ron Reese, Hawk is a total package. If the Bills can't find a partner to trade out of 9, I'd actually like that pick more than some of the other picks I've seen. Bass, let me know what you think. Guys, for those who don't know, Ron Reese is an absolute draft guru. Ron, I want to know what you think. Boom, Zach, I appreciate that, man. Share to the Buffalo Fanatics. I appreciate it. Even though I feel like I'm gunning for those guys. Okay, I'm one of the most competitive people you've ever met, right? So we'll get back to Bills talk here. Give me a second. I see these other Bills pages. I see these Facebook pages. I see the YouTube guys that cover the Bills. And all I want to do is fucking beat them. I just want to beat their numbers. I want to beat their views. I want to beat their fans. I want to beat it all. So you guys that are here right now when we have fucking 12 viewers, these are my guys. You are the OGs of Blindsided Sports. Let's blow this thing up. Come on, blow it up. Sorry. Fuck Buffalo Fanatics. Nah, I'm just kidding. Buffalo Fanatics. I like you guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. Kiss my fucking ass. Let's go. Buffalo Bills zone. Let's go, John. Ron, what do you think? Ed Oliver or Sweat? I know Sweat, a report just came out on him saying that he's got the heart issue. So they say it's low risk or whatever. But what do you think, Sweat or Oliver? Any of you guys? We know the struggle. Let's go, Chef. Hey, another guy I saw in a mock draft today on Walter Football that the Bills took Oliver with the first pick, and at the second pick, A.J. Brown fell to him. I didn't understand that. Maybe one of you guys knows more than I do, but if A.J. Brown falls to the Bills at 2, wow, that would be. Can you guys imagine if we had those first 2 picks, either fucking Gary and in the first, or Sweat or Oliver, any of those defensive guys, and then we get A.J. Brown here with in the second round, or even Marquise Brown. I don't know. That would be crazy. We can't. I feel like this is what happens with the Bills so often, is that last year our defense was really good, so now all of our resources are going offense. And then we forget about the defense. And, yeah, we're still young. Our secondary is still intact. But we did lose Kyle Williams, and he's way more important than just what he did on the field. And, you know, you don't use any of those resources to bolster up the defense, add some depth there, sign another starter or two, you know, get a little more linebacker help. And then this coming year, our offense is looking pretty fucking good. Let's go. Offense is looking great. What's up with the defense? You know, we're falling out of the top 15 now. Maybe we should have signed a few more guys. Maybe we should have taken some higher picks on the D. I don't know. It seems like that happens all too often with the Bills. It's like we could never hit that balance just right. So Beane and McDermott, they're different. It's a new regime. I have so much faith and confidence in these guys, but I don't know. I just don't want to see that happen. I'd like a little bit of balance this year. Let's go. Oliver. Zach says Oliver. Welch, blindsided for life. Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. Welch says, I see that on Walter. That's a fucking winner chicken dinner. Jay Allen takes off this year, Sheffy. Guarantee it. Hey, man, we're going to dive into Allen, too. I mean, shit, we've already been going for fucking 41 minutes. We're going to go in on Allen. We're going to talk a lot about Allen today because I still hear it. I still see the articles. People are still shitting on Josh Allen, and it drives me insane. It drives me nuts. So we're going to dive in a little bit, but let's be, A.J. Brown falling to the Bills in the second round. Bang. But you heard it here first. G Show. What I want to do with the draft. Ronnie says, I like both. They played different spots, but Sweat had a good career, a better Senior Bowl. They blew up the combine. Looks like a prototype DN. And that's what we need. We need that prototype DN opposite of Jerry Hughes. There's no doubt about it. Adrian Welch, Tremaine going to the Pro Bowl, going to be a Hall of Famer. That is a strong take. That is a strong take, but he has the makeup. 6'5" with his speed, the way he covers the field. Tremaine Edmunds 100% has a shot to be a great NFL player. He's just got he's the youngest player to ever start at that middle linebacker spot. And he's a freak. I mean, he had his mistakes last year. You know, he misses coverage here and there, but he is an absolute freak on the field. Jason Smith, like the depth we've got at receiver and some O-line help. Who do you think is going to pick up the leadership void from Kyle Williams? It's terrifying. I don't know. Micah Hyde. Everybody on defense is like, they're all quiet guys. They're all quiet showing on the field. So, I don't know. Beat has been really good with picks. We'll see. Last year's draft was good. Best goddamn secondary in football, absolutely. What kind of numbers should Josh have this year with the added weapons? All right, let's dive into some Josh talk here. What else would you guys rather do right now than talk about some Josh Allen? Let's go. I'm gonna pull up his rookie highlights here, and we're gonna dive into it. Now, like I said last show, Allen's improvement from the first 6 weeks. Okay, he looked like a subpar quarterback. He looked like what everybody said he was gonna be, a project quarterback. And I remember watching those games, it was like, oh, God, he is a mess. But you cannot forget how bad that O-line was. You can't. We're replacing everyone. Deion Dawkins is going to be the only person on that O-line that starts. He's going to be the only one. You take a rookie quarterback and put him behind an O-line that in a year everybody's going to be replaced with one guy. What do you expect? He's going to get rushed. He's not going to have time in the pocket. It's going to be a shit show. And then you add on top of that, Foster didn't, start playing. He didn't start balling until the end of the year. And all you had is Zay Jones, which, by the way, we can't forget about Zay Jones. We'll talk about him in a second, but he really fucking turned it on last year. Zay turned out to be the dude. I think. Now, don't quote me here because I'm a little lit right now. We're showing Josh Allen highlights. I'm getting fucking happy. But I think Zay's going to have a massive year this year. With Brown, Beasley, Croft, not, a little less attention, a little more space, I think Zay's going to have a huge year. Poyer. Yeah, Poyer might be our guy, but he's out. He's busy, man. He's busy off the field. You know what I mean? Poyer's out there getting it. Yeah, Welch, you're absolutely right. You got to give Alexander the leadership spot. That's right. I totally forgot about Alexander. Stupid me, but he's absolutely going to take it. Lorenzo's the guy. This is his retirement run here. This is all he's got left. I'm so glad he re-signed for this very, very reason. Boom! Josh Allen hurdling Anthony Barr. Suck that dick, motherfucker. I can't be swearing. My wife told me I gotta stop swearing. Between you guys and me, I don't want any of these other motherfuckers to know, like these Buffalo fanatics and shit. I just got off the phone with the Buffalo Bills today, talking media credentials, baby. I'm this close. I finally got a hold of somebody, and she said, put together a piece for me. Let me know what you do to cover the Buffalo Bills. I want to see some of your material, and send it over. She gave me your email, so I'm gonna clip up some stuff, some professional shit, and I'm gonna get it over there. Hopefully, I can get my media credentials with the Bills, baby, on the field. Let's go. Training camp, full coverage all year long. Say he had a great season, Chef. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. But back to Allen. O-line woes, wide receiver woes. What was it? His QBR. He went from a 63. The first 6 games, he had 2 touchdowns and 5 picks. That's bad. Don't forget, we played Minnesota. Who else did we play? There was a bunch of good teams in there. San Diego with their secondary. Baltimore, he'd only played towards the end of the game, but they played some good defenses that first 6 games. So, and, obviously Peterman started, but first 6 games, he had 2 touchdowns and 5 picks. And then the last 6 games after he sat out with injury, he slung. And that same time he threw 2 touchdowns, he was slinging 8. And he ran like a motherfucker. We all know that. And the biggest thing with Allen and his development was how he looked on that last game last year. He was 17 to 26, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick, 9 rushes, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Come on. The highlights are going to be coming up here soon. Come on. Anybody shitting on that? Look at the kid comes out and puts on a show like that again with that shitty old line. I hate to say it, but it's a fact. It's a fact. Wow, so we got 4 guys running 4-4 and under. Air it out and sort them out later. We played Murderer's Row to start. That's right, Sheffy. Matt, what's up, Matt? I think you're new. I appreciate you hanging out, man. Best O-line or D-line available at 9. I don't disagree necessarily. Top 10 O-tackle paired with all the new additions. I just feel like it brings Shady back to life and makes things so much easier on Josh. We need some of these free agent signings to hit on the O-line. We signed 17 O-linemen. We need a couple of them to hit. You draft a guy or two. This draft is the most important draft the Bills have had, with hindsight being 2020 in their career. The record they've had the last 20 years. This is the most important draft because this is it. It's turnover time. We've gone through the first 2 years of the bullshit with Bean and McDermott. They made the playoffs with not much to work with. Nobody else would have made the playoffs except McDermott with that team. That's why I love the guy. Last year was the step back to take the steps forward. Okay, we sacrificed certain areas so we could build up in others, and now we're signing those free agents. This is the biggest draft in the history of the Buffalo Bills. This is it. This is the biggest thing we've all encountered as Bills fans. They have to hit. Sheffy, if Allen doesn't get hurt against Houston, we win. Yeah. Mongo has a mean streak, bro. Bills fans are going to love him. Gore's a huge addition. Carry half the load. Run a Thunder. Lightning Hall of Fame edition. Yeah, hopefully Gore could still, right, if he could still play 70% of what he's played the last few years, mix that in with a young running back that we're going to draft, because I'll bet my left nut that we're drafting a running back this year. Our combined running back age right now is, I think it's 433 years old. The oldest running backs in the world. Play action galore is fucking right. Imagine if we can set that run game. And I know I feel like an asshole because I keep talking about the what ifs, and I just have a lot of high hopes for this year. I have a lot of high hopes. So, but if we can establish that run game again, which is still a big question mark because Shady looked questionable at best last year, and all of these guys that they're bringing in, Nasecki, Feliciano, even Mitch Morse, these guys are all, their Pro Football Focus grades are all pass block heavy. They're all better at the pass block than they are the run. So I think that shows what the Bills are going to be doing. They're going to be planning on, obviously, they're bringing in the pass blocking O-linemen. They're bringing in the wide receivers and the tight ends that are weapons. They're going to want to sling the ball around with Josh Allen. I'm fucking ecstatic. It's the first time in the history of the Buffalo Bills since Jim Kelly that we're going to have a pass-happy offense, except Chan Gailey and fucking Ryan Fitzpatrick. Jesus Christ. But I'm excited about it. But we need to establish the run game. It's mandatory that we establish the run game. So, but if we can, the play, like you said, Welch, the play action with Brown speed, with Foster speed, with Zay Jones development, where he's at now, it's something to be excited about. So many weapons. Sheffy, definitely. Jason Smith, get a receiver coming from CFL as well. Duke Williams, I've been all over it. I've been talking about Duke Williams for a long time now. My guy Zach was saying last week that Duke's going to be a clear-cut number one wideout. I was like, whoo, I sprouted, boy, let's go. We sprouting out here. Shady was directly impacted by the O-line. Hopefully that's the case. Did I just see a Benjamin highlight? I guarantee not. Was he dropping balls? Did he look like he had the same gut size as me? Fucking Benjamin. Me and him weigh the same, I guarantee it. Brandon Roth, Bills are the best team in the league until proven different. That's how I enter every season. Let's go. I'm with you, man. Oh, I'm with you. So, tons of potential. As we're talking about wide receivers, I'm going to bring this up here. Top 5 average depth of target, okay? This is, I mean, if Pro Football Focus is putting it out there, what it's saying is that we're going to be spreading the field. The Bills are going to be spreading the field because we have that speed now. Look at, we got number 1 with Robert Foster, and we got the fourth guy, John Brown. What does that tell you? It tells you good fucking things. What we lacked last year was that very thing, spreading the field. Guys couldn't get open down the field. The safeties didn't have to play back. They could have one safety be back, bring another safety closer to the box, and stack against the run. No team's fucking making that mistake this year. You cannot do it. Like we've talked about before, 4 guys that run 4.4 and under and are for the most part, established wide receivers in the NFL. Foster still has something to show. You can't say Foster's the guy yet, but he showed a ton of potential last year. And Brown, we know that Brown could be the guy. If Brown could stay healthy, look what he did in Arizona a couple years ago. Might have been 3. And look what he did with Baltimore when he had Flacco throwing the ball, an actual quarterback. You mix in Zay's year that he had last year with not much help at all. Zay had a great year last year. I think he had like almost 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. On that Bills team that slacked offensively with the shitty O-line, I know, I keep saying it, I keep repeating myself, but that's saying something. What do we got here? Don't sleep on Foster. I'm not sleeping. I love the man. The problem is who's going to be where? That's my issue. Is who's going to be our 1, our 2, our 3? Obviously, Beasley's going to be in the slot. I think you give him that much money, he better be in the fucking slot. But between Zay, Foster, and Brown, I don't know. I guess that's right there. That's not too bad. Right there. You have Zay 1, Foster 2, Brown 3, Brown 1, Zay 2. I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think the depth chart's going to be for wide receiver next year? Brandon says Zay could be waking up. I totally agree. Eric, a non-Bills fan. The fucking negativity, man. Kick it. No, I'm just fucking with you. Zay probably jumping out windows naked still. He's turned his shit around, man. Cut the man some slack. Hey, Eric, think about if we were on a public forum right now and somebody commented your weakest moment. Yikes. I don't even want to know what the fuck. Hey, Eric, if you got any balls, comment your weakest story right now and let everybody roast that. Brandon Roth, Duke Williams. What if Duke Williams comes out and shines? You know? I like the way there are so many options and varieties on personnel side of it. Gives you hope that, like, if an injury occurs, it's not all over. Yeah, absolutely, Welch. I totally agree. It's options. And Dable seems like he's an offensive guy. I mean, he seems like he's going to be aggressive. He seems like he's going to have a lot more things to work with, and that's a huge sign for us because in the past we've been limited. Like you said, if an injury happens or somebody goes down or stagnant play, shit hits the fan and it's over. It's good to have options, like you said. I'm excited too. Depth is what we need. Take a second, guys. Do me a favor. Share this thing. If you haven't already, if you're new to the show, thanks for being here. I flipped my car when I was 19, got a DWI, and blew a .20. Eric, you didn't have to do that, man, but I commend you for it, man. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Oh, God. Hey, look, guys, I don't think we're going to hang out too much longer here. I kind of wanted to dive into some extra stuff, though. I'm probably going to lose all you guys, but next week I think we're going to get more into draft details and whatnot. I think we're going to dive in and go heavy on the draft as it gets closer here. And hopefully by next week, Jadeveon Clowney is a fucking Buffalo Bill. But I like keeping it right around an hour here. So hang out with me for a few more minutes. And let's break some more news. This is breaking news. Kraft's massage girls have been released. Here they are. This is our competitors. These are the girls right here. Balls of steel. Balls of steel, Eric said. Yeah, absolutely, man. But look at this lineup right here. This is what Bob Kraft risked it all for. We got Room Lei Li, Luxu Azu, Huao Zhang, and Lei Wang. She laid that Wang down, boy. Welch. I say Zay 1, Duke 2. Wow, Welch. Duke Williams at the 2, huh? 3, Foster. We gave John Brown. Welch, you think we gave John Brown $9 million a year to be our 4th? I don't know. Thomas, we have to be at least 9-7. Absolutely. I'm hoping for 10 and 6 or better. But back to my girls here. How much would you guys pay for this lineup right here? I'll tell you what. I wouldn't pay a hot honey. That's what Kraft threw down. You know, I might mess around a little bit with Hua Zhang. You know, she looks like she could be a freak show, man. Hua looks like she could throw it down. She's a dirty girl. She's been around the block a couple times. If I go with anybody, I'm going with Hua. But I had to pull this up here because I was mind-blown by the fact that Bobby Kraft, the game day, AFC Championship game day, he's going for this lineup right here. Hey, girls, it's game day. You know what time it is. Who wants it? Who wants this Bobby Kraft? Andrew Welch, yellow fever. Yikes. $5 a steal. Oh, Bobby Kraft, you're a mess. All right, guys. This has nothing to do with the NFL. But with these shows, I think I'm going to start wrapping them up with some shit that I'm interested in. And as I'm saying this, I'm sure the viewers are going to be going boop, 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 down. But I think we're good on Bills talk. If you guys want to comment, we'll keep rolling. I'll keep shooting the shit with you guys all night. But something I'm really, really into is the UFC for you guys that know me. And I got to talk about Darren Till this weekend. Look, this man had the main event, okay, in London. He's from London, right? Super, obviously, especially when it comes to fighting. Those guys overseas, especially in Europe, super passionate, super loyal, huge fan bases, right? So Darren Till gets to there goes viewers. We just lost viewers. But Darren Till gets to fight in front of his home crowd, right? So I want to show you guys his entrance because I get goosebumps every time I watch this. Bear with me here. It'll be worth it. It's awesome. The reason I love UFC so much is because it's fucking two guys one-on-one just putting it all on the line in front of the entire world. You lock that cage, and it's who could kill the other person. At the end of the day, there's a ref that's going to stop it, but who's the motherfucker that could kill the other person is really what they're fighting for. So when you put those two guys in a cage in front of 20,000 people, it's sick to me. Everything's on the line. It's sick to me. So I want to show you guys his entrance, and then we'll talk about the fight a little bit. But bear with me here. Bear with me. And don't forget, this is in front of 20,000 people. His home country, 20,000 watching him, and he's walking out in front of everyone.
What a moment for the 25-year-old Scouser, paying tribute with the song to Liverpool FC. And this crowd, after last night, hungry for a hometown winner.
Uh-oh, we got kicked there for a second, but we're back on. I had to show that till. Oh, they kicked us because it was playing fucking... Oh, no. It kicked us because we were playing... what's that song called? Fucking... Sweet Caroline. Of course. But I got to finish this. I don't care if nobody's watching. We're finishing this bitch. Sweet Caroline was playing. It was fucking surreal. Goosebumps, right? Fighting in front of his whole country. What happens? I mean, he's got to be lit, right? Got to be lit. I can't show the video, but bang, knocked out, unconscious in front of 20,000 people. His home country. This is why I love the sport, man. There's so much on the line. They risk it all, and he just got put out unconscious. No doubt about it. That's why I love this shit, man. Hey, look at. Thank you guys for watching. We got so much more going on. I appreciate all the comments, the shares. I love you guys. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. You're the best. Stay tuned next week, Monday. We're going live at 9, okay? Love you guys. With Blindsided Sports, covering the Buffalo Bills, here with my two little G shows. Guys, say hi. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like the Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I was talking to the 8-year-old G Show here, and I told him how many subscribers we had, and he laughed in my face. I asked him how many subscribers we had to have to be a cool dad, and he said
2 million.
2 million. He looked at me and said 2 million. So we're going for 2 million, guys. Please subscribe and hit that bell so you can get the notifications when we go on. Thank you so much. Guys, say see you later.
See you later, boo-boo.
Boo-boobs.